Take a look at a wall plug, not the cable, not the socket, the metal prongs. Now look closely. You'll notice something strange. There are little holes punched through them, tiny circles near the tips. And once you notice them, you start wondering, why are they there? Because let's be honest, electricity flows through the metal. So why remove some of the metal? Wouldn't solid prongs work better? Are the holes there to save material? Make the plug lighter? Or are they just a leftover design that nobody bothered to remove? Because the truth is, those tiny holes have a purpose. In fact, they solve several different problems at once. Let's break it down. First, let's go back in time. When electrical plugs first became common, engineers were trying to make connections safer and more reliable. A plug needs to stay firmly inside the outlet. If it slides out too easily, power can be interrupted. And a loose connection can sometimes create heat. Heat is something electricians definitely want to avoid. So manufacturers looked for ways to improve how plugs grip the outlet. That's where the holes come in. Inside some electrical outlets are tiny spring-loaded tabs or bumps. When the plug slides in, these bumps can fit slightly into the holes. This creates a stronger mechanical grip. In simple terms, the outlet can hold onto the plug a little better. Not enough to lock it in place, but enough to reduce accidental slipping. Pretty clever for such a tiny detail. Now here's something interesting. Many people think every outlet uses the holes this way. But that's not actually true. Some outlets grip the sides of the prongs instead. Others use a combination of both methods, so depending on the outlet design, the holes may help more in some situations than others. But wait, there's another reason those holes exist: manufacturing. During production, machines often need a way to hold, position, or guide metal parts accurately. Those small holes can help automated equipment handle the prongs while plugs are being assembled. In other words, the holes aren't just useful after the plug is made, they can also help during the manufacturing process itself. And that's where the story starts getting even more surprising, because those tiny holes may also play a role in safety and product standards. Now here's something fascinating. Not all plugs around the world have holes in their prongs. If you travel between countries, you'll notice plug designs can be very different. Some have holes, some don't. And many work perfectly fine either way, so if plugs can work without holes, why keep them? The answer is simple. They're a cheap and effective feature that can provide multiple benefits at once. Better grip, easier manufacturing, compatibility with certain outlet designs, and sometimes even extra safety features. For example, some specialized outlets and industrial connectors use locking mechanisms. Small clips or tabs can fit into the holes to help prevent accidental unplugging. This becomes especially important in places where equipment vibrates or moves around. Think factories, hospitals, construction sites. A plug falling out unexpectedly in those environments could cause serious problems. Now here's another interesting fact. The holes don't affect the flow of electricity very much. At first, it seems like removing metal would reduce performance. But the amount of metal removed is tiny. The remaining metal easily carries the electrical current the plug was designed for. So engineers get all the benefits of the holes without losing meaningful performance. Pretty smart. Now let's talk about a common myth. Some people believe the holes are there to reduce electric shock. Not exactly. The holes themselves don't protect you from touching the prongs. Electrical safety comes mainly from insulation, grounding systems, outlet design, and safety standards. The holes may contribute indirectly to a more secure connection, but they're not the primary safety feature. And here's the funny part: most people use electrical plugs every day, thousands of times throughout their lives, charging phones, using lamps, plugging in computers, running kitchen appliances. Yet very few people ever stop to question those tiny holes, because they're so small, so ordinary, so easy to ignore, until someone points them out, and then suddenly, you start seeing them everywhere, on chargers, expansion cords, power strips, laptop cables, almost every plug in your house. And once you know the reason, they stop looking like random holes. They're actually the result of clever engineering, a tiny design choice solving multiple problems at the same time, helping plugs stay secure, helping manufacturers build them efficiently, and supporting certain outlet designs around the world. So the next time you plug something into the wall, take a look at those little holes in the prongs. They may seem insignificant, but they're proof that even the simplest objects often have hidden engineering behind them. Common thing, surprising purpose. And now you know why electrical plugs have holes in the prongs.